Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Is it? Can I can I check it now for these speakers? Is it? No, I mean the people in the room. first one up or the Is this on? Good morning everyone. How's it going, guys? We're very excited to be here. So officially would like to welcome you to 2022's Township Tech Hackathon pitch competition. I think I'm gonna call Mariki afterwards to just officially explain what happened and open the ceremony for us. So my name is David Mohali, and
I'm Lungiswa Ketelo, and we'll be your host for the day.
Amazing. So oh yeah, thank you. So I'm just going to run through a couple of house rules before we start. First thing, obviously, let's keep our phones on silent. We don't want to distract the participants while they're on the stage. And the tech team, if you can be ready with Zoom and online pitches, please. We'll cue them in for you. To the guys presenting, you have only 3 minutes to present your amazing idea. And to the judges, please, we beg you, we know you're passionate. Just your questions, keep them brief and concise, because they only have 2 minutes after the presentation to just answer your question. So that'll be all. The bathrooms are straight out to the left, and the sanitizers everywhere. So yeah, I think that's it. So we'll call on Mariki Engelbrecht to officially open for us. This is the head of marketing at CiTi, Mariki Engelbrecht.
Thanks, David. And let me first welcome our very special guests, our hackers and pitchers. Welcome. We're excited to see you on stage today. So, ladies and gentlemen, online and in person, welcome to the 2022 Township Tech Pitch Competition. It is an honor to host it for the second year in a row. And the purpose of the Township Tech Hackathon and Pitch Competition is to stimulate entrepreneurial tech and innovation activity within our youth in the township environments. That's why we are all here. And we are so thankful to have teams today participating from Johannesburg, Durban, Stellenbosch, and Cape Town. That's quite a step up. Our categories this year focused on open innovation, fintech, and edtech solutions that can really make a difference in communities and help businesses grow within a township environment and beyond. A little bit of background: the hackathon first took place the 1st to the 3rd of April this year on Discord, and we had 80 people participating. That's fantastic to see so many people interested and involved. But after evaluating all of the initial pitches, we've come down to a top 15 teams, and you will see them pitch today in the various categories. During the month of April, we allowed the finalists to have access to 3 entrepreneurial workshops presented by Ingenie. And that was really trying to help the young innovators to streamline their ideas, to get their pitches together, and to think a little bit deeper into what it is that they present. The fintech finalists also had access to mentorship from Absa experts, and we had facilitated mentorship for anyone that asked support. So it was really up to these young people to decide how much support they wanted, and they had free access to. But all of this amazing things would not have been possible without the support of our funders. And this really allowed us to scale the project and increase the prize pot this year. So a very special word of thanks to City of Cape Town, who has always been a supporter of CiTi and the Khayelitsha Barn. Absa, Telkom, Future Makers. You guys came on board, and we know that we are in line with each other's thinking of really investing in the youth in South Africa. Thank you for putting your money where your mouth is. And I also want to give just special recognition for the Ingenie team. that really came and supported us and the young entrepreneurs for this hackathon and pitch competition. You really elevated this to another level. So thank you to Ingenie, EdTech Accelerator, and Think Tank. So that is it. Welcome. Enjoy watching these amazing young people present their ideas to you. We ask that you show a lot of love in person from the judges as well as online. If you are there, let us know who your favorites are. And I'll see you later when it's prize giving. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mariki. All right, guys. I just want to hear how excited are you guys to present your... That's what I'm talking about. I didn't have to even finish what you're excited for. Shows the enthusiasm and the eagerness. That's what we want to see today. All right. So before we go on to our categories, I'd like you to meet our judges. So I'm just going to introduce them. Judges, when I call your name, just wave so that we can see where you are. Right. First judge. I don't want to mess it up, please. All right, cool. So Chanel Dunn. Chanel is the Economic and Growth Directorate, City of Cape Town Enterprise and Investment Department, specifically the Growth and Coalitions Branch. Chanel. We also have Mr. Nditini Leon Kido, who is the chairperson of the Kailicha Development Forum. All right. Give it up. We have Andrew Davis, who's the ecosystems lead at Absa Group Digital Partnerships. Andrew. And we also have Kelly Parkhurst, who is head of product design for Absa Corporate and Investment Banking. Woohoo! Oh yeah, she stands out, Kelly. We also have Matebe Zwobo, who is executive of Telkom Future Makers, Telkom's Enterprise and Supplier Development Unit. Matebe. And we have our very own from CiTi, Natalie Fisher, who is the finance manager. Natalie. And we have Krista Davidson, who is the executive director at Ingenie. Krista, everybody. Awesome, awesome. So those are the people that you guys need to impress, all right? I'm just going to call someone else who's very important to us, Mr. Faith Kulala from the City of Cape Town, to tell us why the City of Cape Town is investing in Township Technology. Faith, everybody.
Thank you very much, and good morning, everyone. My name is Faith Kolala. I'm from the City of Cape Town's Enterprise and Investment Department. It's very nice to be here. I'm very pleased to see that this has been a success. Last year it was a success, and I think, Mariki, if you can attest to that, we've had these events before in various forms and formats, so this is not the first time or second time, and I'm looking forward to the event growing and growing in leaps and bounds. Just to acknowledge Absa, to acknowledge the KBF, as well as the Ingenie, City of Cape Town, and the city themselves as well. You're playing a crucial role in this event, and we expect you to be fair and square, transparent, and may the best entrepreneurs, if I can call you, win. Firstly, I want to convey the message from the City of Cape Town that we are proud to be associated with this event and all protocols observed. As I said, warm welcome to all of you, and I think the weather is telling today. There's going to be lots of sparks, there's going to be a lot of conversations, and to the participants, I just need to acknowledge that you are all winners, and whether you receive the prize or not, you are winners just by being here and being in the top finalists, and for that, I think you should give yourselves a hand of applause. I think as a city, as a Genesis, we've been in collaboration with the city, with the I, that's the Cape IT Initiative, since 2006. We took it upon ourselves to say, let's look at the sectors in Cape Town, let's look at the sectors that have potential. And we looked at so many sectors. We settled finally on the green economy, we settled on the ICT sector, we settled on the creative industries, as well as the BPO sector. BPO sector is a business process and outsourcing sector, or customer experiences sectors, as we are now calling it, or call center for those call center sectors for those who are not familiar with those technical terms. These sectors that I've mentioned create a lot of jobs, but specifically or importantly, the ICT sector, which we are talking about today, is the engine of growth for the city of Cape Town. As you know, in the world economy now, cities are the drivers of economic development, and ICT is the foundation. If ICT is the foundation, then entrepreneurship and innovation is the engine, or is the petrol to that foundation. So we agreed with CiTi, with the I, to say, let's fund this sector, let's look at young people, let's look at tackling development and making Cape Town the go-to place in terms of the ICT. Someone was saying, why supporting the informal economy, or why supporting the young people by the city of Cape Town? The reason is simple. We're looking at tackling poverty. We're looking at unemployment. As you know, unemployment in Cape Town is, or in South Africa, not Cape Town per se, in South Africa is high. The youth unemployment, if I'm looking at the young people around here, most of them are unemployed. They are willing to work, but there is no employment opportunities. So platforms like these offers that avenue, offers that opportunity for people like yourselves to start getting into the economy, participating into the economy, and supporting the economy in terms of gaining employment as well as the contribution. We're also looking at inequality. You know, South Africa is one of the highest unequal countries in the world, and the Gini coefficient to attest to that. I'm not going to go into those semantics, but we all know that we need to address or bridge that gap between the haves and have-nots. And how do you do that? By offering opportunities to young people who are future generations in the economy, and to young people who are making it and thriving. I know most of the young people here are thinking they are here for maybe the hackathon, but for us, we are looking at them as a future generation. We are looking at them as people who are going to contribute to the development of the city of Cape Town economy. So we're looking at this with serious eyes. We've been supporting these events, initiatives with CiTi for the past 5 years or so. I can tell you that in the past 5 years, we've spent almost 50 million towards programs which are contributing to the city of Cape Town, as well as the city economy, to be known finally as the tech capital of Africa. And for that, I think we need to again give ourselves a round of applause. It's not that we need to boast, but we have to shout loudly on top of our voices as Cape Townians, as South Africans, that we are the global, or we are the Africa tech capital we are the tech capital of Africa, and for that we should pat ourselves on the back. As you have seen or heard, I'm talking to the converted here. Almost 60% of startups are based in Cape Town, and almost all business ventures in terms of the VC capitalists are based in the Stellenbosch, Cape Town region. And everywhere you can go, you can see people are looking towards Cape Town. Not just that Cape Town is a good place to live and thrive and hopefully raise your kids, but because of what's happening in Cape Town, it's a melting pot of activity in terms of lifestyle, in terms of ideas, in terms of the young people coming up with different ideas and innovation as well. In terms of Cape Town being the place you need to be, in terms of the ICT sector, we have more than 20 incubators in Cape Town. We've got more than 25 startup areas where you can come and network, including this one, including the others in Stellenbosch, as well as in the broader Cape Town. We have got excellent infrastructure as a city. I'm sure you are aware of the fact that we've got more than 848 kilometers of fiber laid out for you. We are busy fighting, or we are busy trying to engage with the powers that be, that we bring down the cost of broadband further so that you can access that space, and then you can thrive as entrepreneurs. We've got higher education institutes. I'm sure some of you are from there, the UCTs, the Stellenbosch, and the likes of CPUT and so on and so forth. Lastly, I think I need to also acknowledge the fact that in doing what we're doing, we can't do it alone as a city. Like I said, we've been supporting various programs at the city with regard to funding the initiatives, with regard to, I'm sorry about this, with regard to ensuring that the city's profile is marketed and is also, I'm so sorry. It's one of those things where if it's meant to happen, it will happen. So forgive me for that. So in terms of the support that the city has been giving not just to the township economies, but to the city, broader city as a whole, we fund skills development programs, we fund events and platforms like these, we fund publications of annual reports and the tech reports by CiTi. We fund programs which say some of you might be aware of, the skill ups, the startups and the upskilling programs. We look at the Kailicha and the Woodstock ban, and one of them is this ban where the young people can thrive, where we encourage a lot of innovation and activity and entrepreneurialism in that respect. We also fund women in business programs, and that's important because as a city, as South Africa, we need to ensure that there is gender parity and there is support for women. And we have been funding that program for the last 5 years, and we're seeing a lot of fruits coming out of that program. Why do we do this as a city? Because you are helping us position Cape Town as a competitive place, as a global innovation and knowledge hub, and you're also helping us in terms of creating those employment opportunities that are needed in Cape Town. Lastly, I would like to thank the people, especially Mariki and the team from CiTi, who have organized this event. Without you, the event wouldn't have happened. The sponsors like Absa, Telkom Futures, Ingenie, and the rest of us, the City of Cape Town. Key stakeholders, I'm looking at people like the KBF, the various people who have organized this event, yourselves as participants, and lastly, the judges. Like I said to the participants, just by being here, you are winners, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy yourselves. And bear in mind that this hackathon is just not for today. It's for the future, and we are hoping to see business ideas come out of this event. I've seen a whole lot of ideas come out of events in the past. There was a very exciting kind of participant. 3 of them, they went ahead and they made some kind of software which could track the taxis, where the taxis are, and how full they are, and how long they are going to take from being in the city center to going into Kailicha. So that helped the students or the young people know exactly which taxi to take, how long it's gonna take, and then be able to travel in time for other activities. So those are the kinds of ideas we're looking at. If I may go any further, we're looking at energy issues. So I hope some of you are going to be thinking about the energy crisis that we're currently experiencing and come up with ideas of how we can resolve those through the use of your innovative ideas and experiences. I thank you for this, and welcome to everyone, and I hope you enjoy the event. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Faith. And now we will be starting our pitches. The first category focused on open innovation, and the problem statement for that was, what tech product or service can you deliver or offer that will contribute to improving the lives of citizens within township or informal settlements within Cape Town and provide access to key services and products, specifically looking at bringing services closer to citizens? And the first team that will be presenting their solution will be presenting it via Zoom, and that team is Team Intensive, presenting Communicare.
Do we have Team Intensive online? Katlejo, can you hear us? You can go ahead if you can hear us. The audio is connecting. give them a few seconds. Yeah, they're still connecting. I know they currently under load sharing, so Katlejo, you can go ahead.
Good day. Can you hear me, guys?
We can hear you.
Okay, thanks. I'm just gonna share the screen with you. That's fine.
You can go ahead.
They say I'm disabled from sharing the screen. Can you?
You can just share, Katlejo. You have permission.
All right. Yeah, there we go.
Are you okay, Katlejo? Are you coming right?
Yes, I'm sharing the screen right now.
Okay, we waiting. We don't see it yet.
Can you see it now?
No, we can't see it yet. No, he has to click share on his side. Katlejo, you do know where to click share screen, right? Yeah, you just need to click share screen and then click on the first block you see, which says screen. All right. Do you want to pitch without your screen?
That's a better idea.
Yeah, if you can speak loud enough, Katlejo, we can definitely hear you.
Right. So basically,
people are rooting for you, man. You can go ahead.
All right, thanks. The problem statement was there is an imbalance between services request and services delivery in townships. The likes of Kailicha, that's because residents are struggling to get assistance from the relevant officials. So challenges include but not limited to water leaks, contamination, power cable damage, crime, and request mobile medical services. So our solution is Communicare. Communicare is a platform that bridges the gap between service request, service delivery, bringing community residents and service providers together by providing ease, communication, and interaction through our mobile web app. Value proposition and competitor. As Communicare, our platform is not limited to reporting for any fault. Residents have options to request professional services from our platform, services like water leaks, handyman, locksmiths, and plumbers, etc. By plugging services providers to community residents, we are simply promoting job creation and exposure. Communicare is in compliance with the Customer Protection Act 68 of 2008 and Protection of Personal Information Act of 2013. Value propositions continued. Self-purification in-app tutorials that educate residents about the processes of purifying water and for drinking. For exposure, some residents may not want to wait for free government services, so this is where they will get professional help using Communicare. Accurate GPS coordination. During registration, the users provide their residential address, which includes house number for each location of premises, WhatsApp chat, IPI. Since WhatsApp is currently the worldwide used app communication, we are looking to extend our services on the platform. So our target market includes local government officials, private companies and freelancers, community and residences. How do we make money? We affiliate marketing. We earn between 10 to 20% commission of any sales. Service providers and subscriptions, in-app service promotions, that's like 10 rand per service. Advertisement. We sell merchandise as well. We will sell merchandise based on user requests, more like our very own marketplace, and we do freemium upsell. So the resources.
All right, Katleho.
During request.
That's our time. Come on. That was amazing. Katleho, we're going to ask the judges if they have any questions. Do you want to turn your camera on so we can see your face? Judges, this is where you prove how good you are. Yeah. Our judges are going to ask you a few questions. Anyone? All right, Matebe.
Thank you, Katleho. I think for me, I was very keen to hear about your revenue model, right? And simply because, residents, I don't see residents paying for the services, right? For water leaks, because that should be a government thing. Can you hear me, Katleho? I can see you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear the judge?
No, I can't.
I'm trying to. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, perfect. So what I was saying is that I was keen to hear about your revenue model because it's difficult for residents to pay for water leaks because that should be a government service. So in terms of merchandise, affiliate marketing and all of that, how do you match that to the demand of using the app? So how do you match that revenue to your costs and the demand of using the app?
So basically, we try to. The question was, how do you measure the demand and the cost, right?
Yes.
All right. So what we do, right, is that we minimize the cost by adding stuff like subscriptions and all that, but like we keep it at a minimum, right? So that makes people more interested or more keen to buy to use our app and all that. So like we have promotions as well and stuff like that. So like I think that's how we go about it.
Amazing. Let's give it up for Katleho once again. Katleho, you can stay online or come back if you don't have bandwidth because you're going to pitch again. I told you the times. So, okay. We move on to the next team in the same category. I'm just excited to be here. You know, for the first time, we can put technology and township in the same phrase. It's just amazing. So I'm going to call Team Tech Ninjas presenting their service delivery app. Tech Ninjas.
Oh, good day, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor to be here to preach our business idea. I would first introduce ourselves. I am Thomas Peli Maela, and he is
Spengozi Salman.
Okay, as you can see, we are tech ninjas. Our problem is we identified that SA citizens, they are having a problem. SA citizens, they are having difficulties of requesting the municipal services, and they are also like they are very. It's not easy for them to get emergency services, and they are because they are arriving late, and they're also like sort of like sorry. And also, we also identify that municipal officers, they are very far from the people, so it's not easy to just get there. And also, our people, they don't know like where and how to request those municipal services. So our solution is we have our app, which is an report app. This app, it is very easy for our people, citizens, they say citizens to. It is very easy for our citizens to request our municipal services, and also to get the emergency services and also pay their bills. And also, it will also be able for the municipal services to get actually to do their announcement, public announcement, and also to collect information and complaints from the people. Next. Our benefit, there's a benefit from citizens and also municipalities. It is very easy for the citizens will get an access to municipal services, and also they will get the updates on the services to request delivery, and they will also be able to pay their bills, and also to get their statement from our app. The municipality benefit is it will reduce services delivery, and also it will make things easy to collect the data, and also to collect the information from the citizens.
Our app will work this way. The citizens will be able to register on the platform. They will enter all their details on the platform. After they register, they will be able to request for all the services on the platform. They will also be able to pay their bills, get announcements from the municipalities, and request for emergency service, get their bill statements for their utility bills. I'm not sure of the time.
What an elevator pitch right there. Amazing, amazing. So guys, just warning, you only have 3 minutes. Just make it as quick as possible, all right? So to our judges, any questions?
Thank you. My question is just going to be that what could have led you to deciding on the project or intervention?
We saw in the townships that sometimes there are drains that are leaking. They take about 3 months without being fixed, and most of the people don't even know where to request for the services. So as the issues can be fixed. So that's how we came up with the idea.
Okay, another question, Chanel.
Can you hear me? Okay. Hi. So I'm just looking at your, the app, and I'm just thinking, like, how's it any different from? It's amazing what you've come up with, but I mean, you've got your apps such as Pay CiTi, where you can pay your fines, and you've got another app, Eskom Sapush, that gives you, the real time on load shedding. And I know already, given from feedback, if you go into Facebook and if you go into the app, it's really there's really difficulty in obtaining the actual schedule of when load shedding is going to happen. So I mean, given this, how is this any different? And even for you to try and obtain that data, how would you be able to do that? Thank you.
So how's our app different? On our app, we're trying to connect the citizens of South Africa with the government. Trying to make it easy to connect the citizens of South Africa with the government. So we want to bring everything in one app, so the citizens can request for services in one app, and also, for example, pay their utility bills on the app, and also get like bill statements on the same app without using different like platforms, like the Sepus app and yeah.
All right, let's give it up for them, guys.
Thank you, Team Ninjas. Up next, we would like to call Young Innovators Movement, who will be presenting Me to You. You guys ready? Young Innovative Movement. Put your hands together.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Michael Mhlongo, and this is Rich Tlatjoayo, and we are the Me to You. In South Africa, we are facing a problem whereby 10 million tons of food go to waste every year. Us as Me to You, we came up with a solution of building an app that raises awareness. This is how our app will look like, our food dashboard. The ordering process: choose to order supplied food from local farms and eateries. Ordering process whereby you can check ingredients of the food that you order. The confirmation part where you can set a location where you can meet and go and get your food that you ordered. Thank you.
This is the listing and raising awareness part, whereby we are using WFP, World Food Program, and also users can list. This was us back in the days in 2018 at Khayelitsha with the City of Cape Town. Yep. And what market opportunities does the app arise? We have a program that we call Amaqhawe, whereby people can help deliver food at their local communities using bikes, walking, drivers, cyclists. All right. So about us, why us? We are a gateway to connect communities to a more dignified way of sharing food. We allow users to purchase unsold food from local eateries at the end of business day, which also raises and maximizes their profits. Trust and safety issues from us. You choose who you share food with. You thoroughly check the listed items. You can even check the ratings, and you can meet in a safe place. We don't allow cooked food or open items in for food sharing from the households, because remember, there are two parts, the household and the eateries. So we are focusing on 5 SDGs, UN SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals. We are doing SDG number 12, which is responsible consumption and production. SDG number 2, which is zero hunger. We are also focusing on SDG number 13, which is reduce greenhouse gas emission. Most food redistributed activities are community-driven innovative solutions, which is SDG number 9. We're also focusing on SDG number 1, which is most important, no poverty, my people. So our key partners is Payments Gateway. I saw which Absa had an open API. Come on, guys. I also wanted to tell you that. So we're also partnering with suppliers, startups, telecoms. Yeah. So we also, our unique value proposition, you can find inexpensive meals at low costs. And it's an omni-channel app. It runs everywhere. It's a chatbot, USSD app, website. We kick it anywhere, CMS. So our revenue streams are 10 commission from every sale. And for you to list food and be able to monetize or sell the food, you have to pay a subscription. Or you can give the food for free, but it mustn't be open. Remember, from the household, that's canned food. So our technologies is AWS, data store, and WebSockets. Because if you're from Soshanguvu, Kailicha, there's no internet sometimes. You need it to be free, mahala, like Iowa. So that's why using AWS. Thank you, Cape Town. We're using Sanity CMS for flexible data-driven platform. We're using Google Maps for geofencing, AWS EC2. Yeah, that's the server. And we are using AWS Lex for voice communication for those who can see, React.js for those who like websites and apps.
Amazing.
Thank.
And this is the last of it, right? Yeah. Gee, I did it. You're doing me the best.
Amazing. I'm expecting a question from Absa's table. Judges, let's hear it.
Okay. Yeah. Hello?
No question.
It's me. Hello? This one?
Okay, this ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the Zoom audience.
Okay.
Is it cool? Okay. Great presentation. I love it. Very entertaining. And I do think it's a conflict of interest that we... It was very entertaining. I love the idea. And I love your passion into the idea as well. I'm keen to hear how you make money. I couldn't figure that one out. And also keen to almost do the community members purchase? Do they purchase on the app? And just maybe clarify that for us.
Okay.
Do they buy the food? And then how do you make money?
Let me clarify that for us. So as a community members, remember that some of us plant, which is urban farming, and we have chickens. And for me to be able to sell those chickens or sell my plants or my vegetables, I need to pay a subscription fee, which is 90 Rand. We monetize from that. And we also monetize from the sale, which is 10% commission that we take, because we also have our own payment gateway that allow us to do that. So another thing, people are also, we allow people to also list food for free, as you can see here. People can list food for free. The food that listed for free don't need a subscription. That's food from your households. That's your bananas, the fruits, and canned food, because we don't allow open food for trust and safety issues. And for Amachoni, Amakawe, they also pay a subscription. Those are the bikers, the workers, the guys will be delivering food. So they'll be paying close to 20 Rand a month, depending on their mode of transport, and will also be taking a percentage, which is a little bit so much from them to do them things. And this thing is geofenced, so anyone can participate, anyone can pay cow, because it only has a 2-kilometer radius. It's community driven. Yeah.
Driven solution.
Beautiful, beautiful. Wow. Such a charmer. All right, guys. Let's not waste any time. That was me to you. We're going to call Team Helping Hand Fund with their student insurance product. Helping Hand Fund. Give it up for them.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lutano Monagali. I'm the Senior Market Analyst of HH Fund.
Good day, everyone. My name is Bonga Putuzo. I'm a member of Helping Hand Fund.
Good day, everyone. Welcome, first of all. Welcome to everyone. Welcome to the 4th Industrial Revolution. My name is Tano. I'm the founding director of the Helping Hand Fund. So the Helping Hand Fund is an insurance technology company. So we're developing technology that's going to revolutionize the insurance business. So the problem that we're trying to solve, we found out through the stats that 50 to 60% of first-year students in higher education, they drop out before finishing their degree. So we thought of a solution because this leads to unemployment, which then leads to higher crime rates. So we came up with a solution. The solution is an insurance for these students. So what happens is these guys, they get NSFAS money, so they are able to pay those premiums through the money they get with the bursary. So our solution is we're using algorithms that can trade and they use quantum computing and data science to try and forecast if a student will fail or not. So these models, they use input variables such as how long you sleep, how long you spend your time on studying. So the more that education moves online, it's going to be easier for us to do this data analytics. So the company started back in 2018. The target market, go back. No, go back. Yeah. The target market are obviously students between the ages of 18 and 30. In addition, we're also targeting students in private institutions. So the target market is, there's 1.7 million students in the public universities, 700,000 of those in colleges, and 90K of those are in private institutions. So South Africa has about 26 public universities with nearly 1 million students. So our direct competitors, we don't have any direct competitors because, as I said, this is an emerging market. We saw that the insurance business was going down, so we're targeting an emerging market. So if all these students can pay 100 Rand each towards the premiums, and we're able to have a monopoly over the market, that means that's about 100 million coming in every month. And this money we invested in perhaps the Cape Town Stock Exchange or the Johannesburg Stock Exchange or even crypto. Thank you, guys.
Amazing.
Any questions from our judges?
Thank you. Well done. I'm just curious to know, so while we are still in this hybrid way of learning at the university level, some of it's online, but much of it is still physical. how are you able to track behavior of the students to accurately make those predictions?
We're using this app, but we're pretty sure that education is going to move more and more online, which is going to make it easier for us to do the data mining.
Thanks, guys. I wanted to just find out in terms of, I would have totally applied for this as a student, just as a little bit of a backup, in case I did flunk a term or a semester. Have you thought about looking at certain qualifying criteria for students? Because there might be some who just want to take a chance.
The student must have NSFAS. So we take 10% of that money, which is about 1,000 Rand that they get from NSFAS, which is basically 100 Rand. So yeah, you must be in higher education. That's one criteria.
Mine is just that at the moment you said at the slide where there are other, in terms of competition, there's none. If all four of the existing or traditional insurance companies were just to go a segment down and just want to do what you do, and what's the...
They can do what we're trying to do, but they will never be us because we mostly are young. So yeah, we can relate more with our clients.
Thank you, Team Cyberspace. Yes, and that is the end of category 1. Up next, I'd like to call on stage Kaylee Parkhurst, and she will be talking to us about Absa supporting small businesses.
Thank you very much. Well done to all of those who've already presented. You guys are setting a really high standard and hearing some really great and exciting things that are coming through. So thank you for the energy, thank you for the passion, and thank you for the inspiration. So Absa's here today, primarily because we're a strategic partner of CiTi. CiTi is a key accelerator partner for us in South Africa and in Cape Town. We used to have an accelerator here in this space, but we decided that there are other people who can do this better than us. So let's rather partner with those great people, with those great minds who understand the problem statements, understand the areas a lot better. In terms of the theme of today's competition is around townships, and we believe there's a lot of opportunity and a lot of potential in townships for multiple companies and multiple players in this environment to participate more meaningfully in the township ecosystem. It's a hugely vast and complex environment. We're looking at how do we partner with the visionaries, the entrepreneurs, the businesses that are in this room today to solve those problems, because we cannot do it together. We do not presume we can. We do not presume that we understand them. And that is why events like these, getting ideas and partnering with individuals like yourselves, is so incredibly important to ourselves at Absa. And because of the interest of time, I rather listen to more presentations and give people a few more seconds in their presentations. I'm not going to talk any longer, and maybe I can steal an extra minute or two for my own questions. Thank you, everyone.
Amazing. Thank you, Kelly. All right. Give it up one more time, guys. All right. So we're moving on to the second category, which is fintech commerce. So the problem statement says, although 33% of all vast moving consumer goods in South Africa are sold by informal retailers, spaza shops, taverns, kiosks, these micro-entrepreneurs are faced with lack of infrastructure and financial support, and they are largely cash-based. How might we incentivize informal retailers to move away from running a cash-based business towards digital solutions, particularly when ordering stock from big FMCG brands? Okay, so with that, I'm pretty sure the next team has the answer. I'm going to call Team AF Connect with their voucher app. Is Team AF Connect here? AF Connect, everybody.
Okay, yeah. Hello?
Good morning to the judges and to the audience. My name is Amahle Mohlogonya, the CEO and founder of AF Connect. So I'm going to be presenting fintech solution which revolves around giving local township local informal sectors. So basically, we know that there's a sorry. Okay, informal economy in South Africa is largely growing at a rapid rate. So it has also contributed an approximately of 6% in the SSGDP in 2018. And in last year's research, it was found that at least 5 million of the individuals were working within the informal sectors, which was in 2020, yeah, last year, yeah. So in regard, sorry, yeah. So the problem is based on the fact that most of these local townships don't have support in terms of funding, which is would be your grants and loans, and also some lack of marketing tools that will assist them in terms of penetrating through different markets within the local township sector, and also lack of skills development within their own aspects. So the problem with the application and the solution is to actually give cash in store a based system, SMS based system, and a mobile web platform whereby the consumers will be able to utilize it. So the solution is based on the fact that we're going to be creating a voucher system whereby the sales, the consumers, and also the retailers will be able to utilize the platform to yeah, but yeah. Okay, so yeah, the product itself is just a digital payment system. So in the digital payment system, we're going to be giving services such as the payment system, as I mentioned, and the marketing tools, having e-wallets, and also voucher redeem and a peer-to-peer system whereby the user will be able to do transactions. Yeah, sorry. So the way in which this product works is that the cash exchange will be then changed into a form of a voucher, which will then be used to different retails within the community. So as you can see from the payment history, that's whereby you're going to be having a track of all those payment history within the application. So our market size is basically targeting informal sectors, local users, probably getting vendors, and also trying to reach out to the African sectors of informals. Yeah.
Thank you. Well done. So I have a question around the cash element. So when you're giving the cash to get the voucher, right? Yeah. Where does that cash go?
So the cash will go to the informal sector. It's just a fingerprint whereby, okay, if a print of purchasing the voucher within cash and then receiving it as a form of a digital cash, it's going to be a wallet in a sense of having that voucher within the application. So basically you can utilize that voucher within the store anytime of your time. So basically it's going to have, if you, let's say you purchase something of R5, it's going to deduct within that voucher. So basically that's how it is. And you also have a trace of what have you been buying and a pace of track of record. So yeah.
Well done. I'm just curious as to how you think you can roll out the product. So how will you get users onboarded and really spread the word about the opportunity to get on this platform?
So the onboarding phase within this, it will basically, we're going to try to guide our ambassadors to educate the local vendors. So as this platform will also be a marketing tool. So basically we'll give them this traction of that, okay, once you have a report of your statements, this then can be something which is also authentic in terms of if, let's say, you're applying for a loan or you're trying to get some funding, that can be then traced back to the application and seeing it as a report feedback. So yeah.
I'd just like to know who is going to be paying for the service.
So basically, the payment of the service is going to be, as I'm going to go to the business model. So it's going to be based on getting the reports, payment notifications, which will be a B2B instant, and also in terms of the transactions that are happening between the within the establishment or the local the informal sector as profile. Yeah. So yeah.
Thank you, Team AF Connect. Up next, we have Team Intensive once again on Zoom, but this time presenting Daisa. As a team, yes.
All right, we'll give them a few seconds to just all join. All right, team Intensive, are you guys there? Amazing. Do you? Okay, it's only 4 of you, right? Okay, that's fine. So, Katlejo, are you presenting again? All right, Palisa, nice to meet you. All right, we can see your screen. When you're ready, you can shoot.
Are you able to hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, let me start. Greetings. This is Team Intensive, and we have come up with a solution called Daisa for this fintech solution. Daisa means sell in Zulu, and it's a platform that supplies the process of ordering stock and keeping sales records of enterprises and bringing community residents and service providers together by providing easy communication and interaction through our mobile web app. Our value proposition, Daisa, will enable users to create e-wallets using their ID numbers and a custom PIN for transactions. It is looking into partnering with KZAC and Flash in order to generate recharge vouchers for the users' wallets. Micro entrepreneurs get a QR code that will encode order details and customer details after placing an order. And the service provider can scan this QR code and get the order confirmation. We will also be able to use WhatsApp since it's currently one of the biggest apps used in the world. We will be using WhatsApp API. Our target market will be micro entrepreneurs and community residents. So how we will make money from this is through subscription fees, Farming 101, which is a lesson hub where individuals can come and learn about farming and securing food security for themselves without having to go and buy. They can learn how to farm at home and make their own food and then we will have an in-app service promotion where subscribers also pay a fee of using the app. We will also be selling merchandise based on user requests on our marketplace. Resources needed for this will be a server and a Wi-Fi router and an end user computer. Our estimated development time will be between 2 to 4 weeks, and architecture development will take up to 3 to 6 months, and our final testing will take 3 to 6 weeks. Thank you.
All right. Wonderful. Judges, do you have any questions for Team Intensive?
Thank you, Palesa. Well done. And so thank you very much. I think I had a question around if you can just expand a little bit more on the informal retailers and how they actually access the service. Yeah, I just want to, if you can unpack that a little bit more. I was interested in that. Thank you.
Oh, sorry about that. They can download the app on Google Store and other platforms for downloading apps.
So in your research, did you find that they would have smartphones and able to download the app? Or were you looking at sort of USSD or other ways in which they can access the service?
Can I please answer that? As we said in the presentation, the app allows a user to have an account using their mobile phone number and a custom PIN, meaning that you don't necessarily need a smartphone to have that account. So you can recharge your account just the same way you recharge your Betway wallet. Those who bet, they know what I'm talking about. So you don't necessarily need a smartphone to have that account.
All right. Well done, Team Intensive. Give it up one more time, people. Yeah. The next team to present a transaction app is Team Safari. Do we have Team Safari lined up? All right, so Team Safari. Team Intensive, you guys can leave, and then you'll just come back again because you're presenting one more time. Bye-bye. Bye, guys. All right, waiting for Moses from Team Safari to present Safari, the transaction app. Moses, are you there? Yeah, I can hear you, my brother. You can go ahead. Are you going to share your screen? Team Safari, Team Intensive can leave. Bye. All right, Moses, you gonna share your screen?
Yep.
All right, when you're ready, you can go ahead.
All right, can you guys see my screen now?
We can.
The blue screen, right?
Yeah, we can.
All right, great. Okay, now start. Hi, everyone. I'm Team Safari and I'm Moses. We aim to reinvent and disrupt the trade and supply chain in Africa through innovation, starting with townships. Through our innovation called Surfin, we aim to solve the problems of informal retailers being largely cash-based, their lack of infrastructure, financial support, and exposure. Surfin is a digital ecosystem driven by data, machine learning, computer intelligence that bridges three tech worlds of commerce, edutech, and fintech for an optimum, personalized, and highly emotional customer-centric experience and benefits. Allow me to break this down for you. Basically, Safari connects the best of two worlds, business to business and business to consumer, resulting in low price, fast delivery, and ultra convenience. So how do we make this possible? Through Safini digital infrastructure that connects and help informal retailers intelligently and optimally work together, collectively buying stock in bulk directly from fast-moving consumer goods manufacturers without leaving their stores. We are confident that by leveraging data and machine learning, we'll be able to intelligently group nearby informal retailers in real time. Meaning it will be possible to make the retailers team up in order to benefit from bulk buying. which means lower prices and other benefits. This will give them competitive advantage they need to grow and stay competent. Informal will also access a data-driven smart logistic and supply chain that will reinvent how products and goods are moved in Africa, meaning supply chain with the lowest possible cost and lowest environmental impact, ultimately leading to lower prices and consumer price. So we offer Sefrin offers other additional tools for informal retailers, like state-of-the-art logistics management software, inventory management, personalized data and analytics, personalized business insights and trends, access to financial business resources, financial education resources, wealth management, credit coaching, data-driven credit profiling, access to credit and loans. A smart supply ecosystem is not possible without a consumer solution. Hence, we've incorporated a business to consumer solution that is data free, that allows local customers to easily buy groceries from local retailers and get them delivered within 20 minutes. This will let local customers to support local informal retailers. This also builds a chain of local micro distribution.
All right, Moses, that's your time. Well done, well done, well done. That was beautiful. Okay, judges, please ask him something. Anything.
Hi, Moses. Well done. Thanks so much for the presentation. Coming from Ingenie, I'm really interested to hear a bit more about your EdTech offering. So you mentioned financial literacy or financial education. Can you just tell us a little bit more about what that solution looks like?
All right, so that solution is it's more like a personalized solution based on the usage. So we kind of analyze data mining based on the user's usage of the app, and so we are able to offer them tailor-made educational solution that is relevant and perfect for the user based on the data and the usage of the app. So it is mostly relevant to the retailers, so informal retailers rather.
Cool, thank you. Thanks, Moses. I've got a question, well, a comment. I really like the bulk buying idea. I think it solves for a real problem in that area, so well done on highlighting that. I just wanted you to unpack the last bit of the B2C element. I know you had to rush through that, so I just want to give you an extra 30 seconds to finish that, please. Thanks.
All right, so our B2C solution is a grocery free data app that will allow local customers to easily buy groceries, right? So in local informal retailers. So it gives easy access to some amazing rewards, personalized shopping experience, personalized promotion. With informal retailers being located close to local communities, the app will essentially offer exposure to over 100,000 informal retailers that are across the country, therefore set us apart and ahead of the competition. This essentially means retailers now have the power to function as a hybrid business, both as retailers and micro distribution warehouses. This makes possible for faster delivery and cheaper than any other competition, while also fostering and encouraging
Thank you so
cashless
much.
trade.
All right. Thank you, Moses, and thank you to the team. Up next, we have cyberspace with crypto wallet. Cyberspace, are you ready? Cyberspace?
Once again, good day, guys. My name is Lutando Monagali. I'm a member of Cyberspace.
My name is Tando once again. Today we're here to introduce cyberspace banking.
Good day, everyone. So we are Team Cyberspace. So the problem that we're facing is there are challenges faced by the online banking sectors. Many consumers are still skeptical about banking online still. This is because of a lot of payment cards and data is being used to generate unauthorized transactions. So also another thing is the movement of funds from system to system or online to real world, it can take time. So the solution is?
The solution, we've come up with software or an app. So this app, you don't have to use cards. We're moving more and more towards a cashless society. So this app, it's a lot like PayPal. So we're trying to build on top of what Elon Musk has built with PayPal. So, but with this system, it uses biometrics such as your facial recognition or thumbprint to verify a transaction. So to make a payment, you can just take a selfie and then the funds are transferred from your bank account to the other person's bank account without you ever using cash or credit card. So this is much safer than using traditional payment systems because it doesn't use OTP pins or passwords. And plus the other thing is people, they forget their passwords at times. So this app, it lets you pay for things online with a bank account. It keeps your payment information hidden from merchants with effortless authentication. It also makes sending money easy and in most cases free and trusted. So electronic payment banking services that allows you to access related accounts via the internet. With cyberspace, you can check your accounts, manage your finances, and transfer funds anytime, anywhere. With cyber banking, fraud will almost drop by 100%. Our mission is to provide our merchants with innovative and secure payment processing solutions. So what we're trying to do is build an ecosystem where merchants and consumers can transact. So in a way, it's sort of like decentralized finance. Cyberspace started back in 2022. Digitalization. Okay, our target market are individuals and businesses. Anyone who doesn't have a bank account or small to large companies that require using banking services. So the market size in 2020 was 34 billion, and it is estimated to grow to 56 billion by 2027, and that is a compound annual growth rate of 5.9% annually. Thank you. Any questions?
Hi guys, thank you so much. So I think just a comment from my side, I didn't really speak to the problem statement when you're looking at the informal economy because when you think about it, a lot of people, still older generation, would still kind of hide their money under the bed, and don't believe in the banking system. So it's almost like, how would you go about selling this to someone that's on the Grand Parade or someone along the street, basically to say, you know what, we've got a banking system that wouldn't this be easier, instead of handling the cash in hand. So I think that's just where the thinking was going, and it didn't really, I don't know, for me it didn't feel like you were speaking to the informal economy or to the infrastructure. But again, it would be, how would you sell this to a local person on the street, Thank you.
Okay, so we are hoping that we can sell it to individuals by offering them discounts. So if you use this app, you get a discount. Anybody else?
Okay, amazing guys, well done. Well done guys, you did well. All right, so the next team to come to stage is Basket Commerce. Team Basket, everybody. Oh, yes.
All right. Judges. Good morning, judges. All the judges look wonderful and lovely. My name is Lunga, the co-founder of Basket e-commerce, and my partner Ovian Ndlovu, the co-founder of Basket e-commerce. Just let's get straight into it. So what is Basket? Basket is an agritech that aims to be the first startup agritech to revolutionize the informal retail in Africa by connecting informal traders directly to fresh produce. Producers in this sense can be small to commercial farmers. The problem that we have identified coming from Township is that informal traders and small-scale farmers have so much challenges in earning income and trading because of further challenges such as a lack of financial credit and also lacking stock management system and delivery from both ends of the market. In this case, we're speaking about small-scale farmers and informal traders. So our market has two segmentation. It's the traders and the farmers. And we in the middle, we facilitate the buying and the selling and the logistics. Furthermore, this is an informal trader operating a command in Stellenbosch, having troubles in accessing produce directly from farmers in the right quantity and quality. And then we have a farmer residing in Kailicha, having a problem accessing a market to buy produce. So where do we come in? Because of that, this is the current model that they're using, stocking in one supply, which creates a lot of backlogs for them. Furthermore, what are we supplying? What do we provide? We're providing a smart circular solution that allows small-scale farmers to supply directly to informal traders in townships that allows them to know, to get a data, to know which quantity and quality of their produce is going to what specific township and how frequently it's been bought. And with all doing that, we provide logistics. So for all the transactions, we take a 3.5% from that, and then we take a 5.5% on delivery. But we do that after ordering after 10 orders that the client does. First orders are free. And furthermore, just moving swiftly along, so the benefit allows them to pre-order, to be able to buy bulk, be able to get delivery. And furthermore, the competition that we have is direct competition, but what we provide is that we provide affordability, storage, and access. Our first market is doing direct market sales to the market, because think about it, this is the informal market. You can't want to digitalize, you have to go direct to them and sell your brand. Furthermore, this is the team. It's myself, Ulunga, and my co-founder, Vuyani, and we'll see most of us recently are still student entrepreneurs, still pushing the concept forward. And our compliments, so last year we had competed in the competition. Unfortunately, we didn't take the first pass, but we came back again this year. But has been success after that. We have went to Switzerland to present the African problem with the African solution, came back and presented at the Africa Summit, came back and presented in front of Telkom, Future Makers. And yeah, so our plans is that in the first year we have developed our MVP, which I've heard all other startups talking about apps. I just want to share something is that an app in a township informal economy, it's a no-no. So with our client is that we created an app, we lost 55,000, we came back, we pivoted and developing a software that integrates to the WhatsApp chatbot that's much more accessible, that understands the market. So yeah, now year two, we want to move on and start working with a chatbot and also felicitating prepaid mobile to our customers, because that's why we also want to speak to Telkom. Say these people need nexus of mobile data, and these are our key partners: the Launch Lab, Africa Summit, Silicon Cape, and Telkom. I have to emphasize Telkom because they came through for us when we needed it the most. Thank you.
I have to go first, right? No, I do remember you guys. Actually, as you said basket, I was like, sounds so familiar. I definitely like this. But I was just saying, hey, what's up? I hope you're doing well. That's it. No questions from my side.
I'm biased. Don't blame you. Well done, guys. Really great presentation. I think you covered a lot in a very short space of time. I just had a question. I just wanted you to flesh out the WhatsApp and chatbot comment a little bit more. I was really interested
Thank you.
to see how.
I was actually wanting a judge to ask that question.
Pleasure.
Again, I hope my fellow entrepreneurs looking to solve township problems in terms of technology-wise to listen to the answer. So the chatbot is that I heard many entrepreneurs talk about apps. Apps are very no for South African market, especially the informal market. So the chatbot works through, you get a website, and the website, once the customers with informal traders, once they do the whole purchasing, they say order, and then takes directed to a chatbot, which interacts with them and allows them what specific quantity and quality of produce they want to purchase. From there, they're able to have a much more close by and relatable purchasing system. Because with the with the app which we have built before, it's kind of like complicated. It's a foreign language to them. So chatbot, because they're already used to that system, it's quite understandable. Because, ma'am, what we also saw is that we were creating a solution for the market, but not with the market. Right now, we were creating a solution with the market and understanding the actual challenges and what they want. Thank you.
Hi. Thanks, that was very good. I just want you to elaborate a bit more at what point you are going to be solving the running of a cash-based business. When are you going to, at what point in your process are you actually going to solve that problem?
Thank you for that question. As I said, that it's a market that you have to be quite patient with. So what we do now is that we accept cash on delivery. So as time goes by, once our customers are very comfortable using the minimum technology we offer now, once they get to a point where they're comfortable, that's when we introduce a more innovative on a QR code in terms of payment. So that allows the end consumers, when they go buy at an informal trader, to use a QR scan. That makes it quite inefficient and safe for both ends of the market. And then that allows us to tap into a more fintech type of business. But for now, we still keep it quite traditional and straightforward. Thank you.
Alrighty, that's exciting. Starting to get a bit warm. Guys, let's just give it up again for this category. They did well, and the previous one. So moving on to the next category, but before that, I'd like to call to stage Matebe Zwobo to come and talk to us a bit about Telkom Future Makers and touch here and there around ed tech, and she's still prepping. Just give her a hand of applause, please.
Hi, everyone. I hope everybody's nice and warm. And thank you so much for the great presentations that you all have done so far. EdTech. So EdTech is a very important category for us. Our purpose is seamlessly connecting our customers to a better life. And so we're not just about data and airtime, but we want to see South Africa really thrive, and we want to see our customers really experiencing a better life. And so that's why for us, all these different problems that technology has a capability of solving becomes so important for us. And from a Telkom Future Makers side, we invest in entrepreneurs, but we also want to harness the creativity that is sitting in our township. And we want to see our township entrepreneurs do business across across the country and internationally and globally, because we believe that it's not just about the small businesses that we support in townships, but it's more about creating growth at a very high scale. And so EdTech for us is one of the verticals that we believe have a potential to shape South Africa and really create a better life for our customers and South Africa as a whole. And so, I'm not the most important person here today. I think we've got a whole lot of entrepreneurs that are going to be solving proper, real problems in education. So with that, thank you, good luck, and I hope to see some of you in our Township Innovation Incubator. So all the best. Thanks.
Woohoo! Okay, beautiful. So let's not waste any more time. Move on to the third category. The third category is very close to Ingenie, EdTech Solutions. So the problem statement was the gap between supply and demand for digital skills in South Africa is glaring, and innovative approaches are required to accelerate and scale efforts. This is critical to fuel South Africa's competitiveness in the digital economy. Digital literacy is a precursor to being able to engage in a connected world, yet a large section of South African population is not digitally literate. But then, what does this mean? The challenge would be to develop an app that would enable an individual to assess their digital literacy in order to assess their own competence and to enable us to develop appropriate positions. Propositions. Ooh, that's a mouthful and a half. So, to the people that have the answers, I'm going to ask our tech team to prepare E-Rank Play with their math solution, and they're going to be on Zoom. E-Rank Play, are you guys there? I see Palisa from Team Intensive. Yeah, we can hear you. When you are ready, nice to meet you. Welcome. You can. Are you sharing your screen? Are you presenting anything?
Yes, we'll be sharing our screen.
Okay, you can go ahead.
All right, awesome.
Woohoo!
Okay, there we go.
All right, take it away.
Awesome. Present. And there we go.
Okay. Good day. Did you know that 62% of South African learners lack the basic knowledge of math? Well, now you do. Hi, I'm Sobelan Kabinde, and we are Erin Clay.
Hello is 15 years old and in grade 9. She's struggling with mathematics and she finds mathematics to be challenging. However, she cannot afford a tutor and she wants to improve in order to become a doctor. Her inability to understand mathematics results in low skills in analysis, logical and critical thinking, and the learner cannot progress and learn advanced mathematics. And these are skills that are required by employers.
Hello is 1 in 13 million learners in South Africa out of 59 million South African citizens. Did you know that in 2021, 178 learners enrolled in matric, but only 35% of them managed to write their matric and only 20% passed, which means only 5 out of every 100 matriculants got a bachelor's pass, which allowed them to go into university. And this for us is not enough. During 2020, we found that a lot of educators struggled with remote learning. For example, here in the Baloi Secondary, a teacher said that they had to learn new online skills overnight, which is why most schools decided to go with rotational learning over remote learning. With the national benchmark test, we found that the statistics say that most learners struggle with basic algebra, and this is a problem because this is something that students should be able to understand during their primary phase of learning. It is with this reason that we have come up with Erin Play.
Erin Play is a WhatsApp data-driven math game. It is an instant messaging gamified learning platform that caters to grade 8 and 9 high school pupils. It aims to make learning math fun, interactive, and affordable.
We created our first MVP by conducting a design thinking methodology within the University of the Western Cape and local high schools. This is including Bella High School. With over 800 engagements, we tested our chatbot through WhatsApp, and we found that most learners struggle with algebra, geometry, as well as trigonometry. This showing that learners that cannot adapt and understand basic math knowledge cannot adapt into the modern world. proof of concept, we created exam specific after the research that we had done and after taking our first beta stage. And we also included financial mathematics for university students. And per day, we had over 812 replies through our chatbot on WhatsApp.
Why WhatsApp?
Alrighty, that's your time. Thank you very much. Guys, let's give them a round of applause. Okay. Well done, guys. Judges, any questions?
Thank you so much. Why WhatsApp?
So, why WhatsApp?
Yes, why WhatsApp? That's the question.
Oh, okay. So we found that about 51% of South Africans own smartphones, while 40% of South Africans own feature phones. And feature phones are almost like budget phones that have low storage space. And so creating a new app basically competes with the phone storage space, the family photos, the music, and it was better to rather just make use of a platform that's already there that they will most likely have in order to communicate with their family and friends. So that's what made WhatsApp a favorable platform to make use of.
All right. Here's another question.
Hi, well done. Just to bring it back to the problem statement, I'm interested to hear how you are thinking about using this solution to either assess or help improve your users' digital literacy.
So, okay, go ahead, Rebecca.
You can ask whatever I say. So basically, we use the same concept in a hackathon with BDO, and we came up with a financial solution using the same system. So we created a chatbot, and we have our users go onto a social media page. When you click on it, you're able to automatically go into the chatbot and interact with you seamlessly. And we have a data base that allows us to track all of the users. So it depends on the web app that you use and the integration. So through using the same concept, we're able to win that hackathon, and we felt like it's feasible for what we could do here now with this concept. You can
Thank you. Thank you so much, Team E-Rank Play.
Awesome.
Oh, we can take
Thank
one more
you.
question.
All right.
Team eBank. Right. Hi, Team eBank. Just a question on my end. So through the WhatsApp game, what happens in the back end? So how do you figure out whether the person who's playing the game is improving or not? So is there a baseline, and then how do you measure progress, pretty much? Thanks.
So then, should I take that one, or will you?
Yeah, you can.
So we've been working. Okay, well, as we have been working on this concept, we're able to employ quite a number of people, and one of them is our programmer. His name is Junior, and he's been working alongside UKZN in ensuring that we make use of a chatbot system that is able to track learner progress. I think the platform is called WhatsApp. So we can keep track of who has made a payment to access the premium version, what progress they have made, so that they don't have to start from the beginning every time that they want to play the game. And yeah, I hope I answered your question.
Yeah,
Thank
just to
you.
add also, just to add, so we use exam-specific content. So with the WhatsApp, there's also
Okay,
another
thank you.
platform
That's our
called
time. Thank you so much, Team E-Rank Play. Round of applause, everybody. Up next, I'd like to introduce once again Team Intensive with What's What, and they're on Zoom. Team Intensive. All right. Guys, from Team E-Rank, you can leave the Zoom.
Moses, you can also leave from Safari.
Intensive is supposed to be here. Okay.
Can you hear us, Team Intensive? Team Intensive. Balisa, are you there? You're on mute. Balisa and Paswa, are you both on mute? Let me chat to them on WhatsApp. Can you hear us, guys? Okay, I think we will come back to Team Intensive, right? So I'm going to call on Team Zarathustra. Are you guys here? Team Zarathustra. I hope I'm not butchering your name, guys. I apologize. Team Zarathustra. And they are presenting Project Odin. Do you mind just saying the name for us?
Odin? Oh, Zarathustra, sorry.
This is to skip to the next line, just to return to the previous one.
Oh, okay, cool. Thanks. Hello, everyone. My name is Zimvo, and I'm going to be presenting Odin, Outcome-Driven Incubation Network. So Odin is a lightweight web service that is data-driven, with data-driven service that also offers user privacy. So I'm going to try to give an idea of what this is in the next following slides. So the problem at the moment is the township market is nearly impenetrable for businesses, small and large scale, that are trying to move into the market. It's impossible to know where to move, what kind of market we have there. And on the other side, we have the very expensive data costs for low-income homes in South Africa, especially in townships and in the rural areas. So at the moment, what businesses do is they take a and B approach. So what they do is, in the same area, you'll find there's two billboards, for example. So say from one business, there's two billboards advertising the same exact thing, and they're just with very slight differences on there. And this is very expensive and very uninformed on their side, because they're just throwing things at the wall and seeing what works. And what they like to do is do sweepstakes. So they say, come buy this from us, we'll give you free earphones. Come buy this from us, we'll give you, maybe we'll give you 10,000. Come buy, you'll see. And on the other side, we have these low-income homes that are trying to get free the information from the internet, but the issue is data is very expensive. So what they usually do, there's these pockets of Wi-Fi hotspots in the townships, but these usually want you to give away your information. So they'll ask for your phone number, for your email, and they'll give you like 100 megabytes to use for that day. So our target market on the business side is anything from small scale, trying to create brand awareness, to large scale, trying to introduce a new product or service into the market. And on the user side, we have late junior to high schoolers, the very tech savvy 15 to 19-year-olds. And we also have out of school and job seekers. So that's my peers going upwards. So that makes up 80% of the population, of the youth population in South Africa. Let's skip all that. So our business model is B2B. So Project Odin is very, it's relatively easy to white label for any business project. So let's say Absa is introducing a new service and they want to gauge how people interact with the service or what they think of it, so we can easily white label it for them. On the other side, we have the business solution. So the business can be time-based. So say a business, like I said, is introducing a new model but doesn't want to white label it. So they can say, we want for this duration to see what people think of this, to see if they know that we have the service. And we also have pockets. Sorry, we also have pockets. So pockets is basically areas. So you have Danune, you have Kalicha, you have whatever. So those are pockets. So business can say, I only want Soweto, give me that. And we also have data mounts. So say they want a sample size of 100,000 people to see what if these people know of the idea. So that's the revenue model. All right, competitions there.
Okay, well done. Thank you.
Thanks.
So yeah, again, sort of similar question to my last participant. So can you just tie it back to the problem statement around digital literacy and how this is assessing your users from that perspective?
Yeah. Okay, so the age group we're targeting, so 15 to 19-year-olds in my age group, has fair access to smartphones, be it low end, high end. But what they struggle with is internet connection. So what we're doing, instead of trying to create a new place for them to learn, we're saying, hey, we'll give you internet to go learn where you want, because we don't want to take up more of the space in your phone. So we'll give you internet to go learn where you want. Just answer these questions for us. Just let us know what you think of this, or do you know of this product? And that's how it's addressing that.
So if I understand the solution, you're incentivizing the acquisition of market-based data.
Yes.
In sort of, what's the word, for people's information, and in turn you give them Wi-Fi access or data access. Okay. And the commercial model is through businesses paying for that market data collection.
So businesses pay for the service, yes.
Cool. Thank you.
Give it up for him, guys. What does Zarathustra stand for?
Sorry?
What is the name of your company?
There's a book, you can just look it up. There's a book called Zarathustra.
Zarathustra. Zarathustra, everybody. We're going to call Team Intensive again. They're online. Team Intensive, are you guys there? They're connecting. All right, Katlejo, can you hear us? Can you hear me? Okay, good. You guys can do your thing.
Can you see the screen?
We can see the screen.
Yes. So EduTech, as you all know, the gap between supply and demand for digital South Africa is glaring. So this is critical to fuel South African competitive and in the digital economy. So the challenge was to develop an app that allows one to assess their digital literacy in order to assess their own competency. So what is an application that allows users to access knowledge using platforms such as Microsoft services and South African digital services, all the while allowing intercommunication between users, thus improving the ability to learn new techniques and professional social understanding and advancing digital literacy. Value proposition. What is looking to collaborate with companies such as Microsoft, Google Africa, and South African digital services in order to provide free e-learning solutions. The promotion of free certified learning to help anyone after knowledge, and something to add to a resume. The social application of users to have intercommunications between one another, thus improving digital awareness. Value propositions continued. In-app tutorials that educate residents about the process of purifying water for drinking. That's an example of the advertising that will be offered there. The orders, collaboration between bookstores and libraries to further applicable of learning tools. So the conveniency is what will help provide easy learning techniques and applications by means of providing free internet learning. So our target market is basically anyone from age 10 going up. People who are interested in learning and young people with no learning opportunities interested in furthering their studies. How do we make money? We make money via subscriptions. Users pay monthly to access certain services offered on the app. Advertising companies looking to advertise their products would have to release an amount to access that advertisement on our app. And we will also sell merchandise. The company will make profit through selling of books and video tutorials. And we'll also provide online classes on a 1v1 basis. And then resources needed: a server for storing request and history offline. A typical server is about 1,000 rands and all that. 2 Wi-Fi routers, a capable router for the administrator. It's also about 1,000 rand. And then 2 end user computers. Yes, that's about it.
Well done. Amazing. Amazing. Well done, my man. Judges, do you have any questions?
Well done, team. So I'm just curious as to what kind of online classes you're offering.
So basically, let's say somebody's struggling with farming. As you can see, like we have a farming 101 app that we discussed in our previous presentation. So classes like that. So we're gonna help with further tips on urban farming. So like.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Judges, you guys satisfied? Thank you, Team Intensive. Let's give it up one more time, guys.
Thank you, Team Intensive. Up next, we have Inhlanzi with Inhlanzi Tech Learning. Inhlanzi, are you ready? All ladies.
Hello, everyone. We are Team Inhlanzi, meaning Spark, and we are Topic ED Solutions. And of course, let's start with our why, which is the statistics that everyone knows, but this is why we are here. Inequality and digital education exclusion. And of course, those are caused by connectivity, that's caused by data or non-access to Wi-Fi. And the target market, of course, goes back to our why, which is low income, dropouts. And our solution is, instead of starting an app from scratch, there is an open source that we can actually rent from. And this is the back of it. And actually, people will be able to log into our website or download the app and access our solution, which is an e-learning app that they can be able to assess their knowledge of the skill. And once they know, they will be recommended courses just to further more so that they can learn. And of course, it all in stages where they will be rewarded, possible vouchers, and learn more to move to the next stages. And this is actually the proposed solution goes like this, where the most important thing is I need to know how much I know in order for me to take this step further. So the results will be, of course, skills, my skill level I will know, and I will be able to upskill myself and, of course, be empowered. And the simplest way is to log in. The great thing is that you will be able to download the content that you actually want to learn and access it when you are at a comfort of your own home if you do not have connectivity, and of course the additional benefit of languages, which is different languages. And we plan to target users that will be 100,000 at least for the first year. We're aiming for quality, not quantity. And going back to our statistics of the why, that is why our subscriptions will be so affordable, which will be 25 Rand a month. And of course the courses will start from 500 Rand, and people will have access, will have options of installment. The industry competitions are rather our mentors, and we learn from them. And of course the benefit of us, using our app is the fact that of the language, where people can learn in their own languages to learn faster and understand better. And we have our ask is basically our core business. We are a call center that's operating in Khayelitsha called Culture Call Center, and partnerships will be amazing. Access to market where we can actually get jobs so that we can go back and give to to our clients. And this is the amazing team. Myself, Zandile Tlapi, co-founder of Culture Call Center, and my team, Annelisa is our head of IT technical support, which is the users will have technical support when they are struggling with anything with the app. And Uzimkita, of course, our content creator that will assist us in creating the questions or the assessments that the people need so that they can further learn more of their own skills rather. Thank you.
Hi, well done.
Yes, ma'am, thank you so much.
So I'm interested to hear a little bit more about your pricing and your sort of business model. So I know you had a few different components on your pricing page. So maybe just tell me sort of what you get by paying the subscription, and then what sort of the more premium pricing.
Yes.
offers.
So we're trying to simplify everything. Mr. Basket over there said it best that, apps are not the best solution for the township. So subscribing and paying a lot of money is like a lot of it's a job, it's a hustle. Hence, we chose subscribers to pay only 25 Rand a month so that they can access and learn. And of course, the courses themselves will cost so that we'll be able to improve the courses, add more courses as time goes. And the installation will be, the cost that I want to do is 500 Rand, but I'm a security guard that earns 2.5 a month. So I can't afford to just pay 500 Rand, and then I can just pay 125 Rand for 4 months, and in that way I'll be able to empower myself. Thank you. I hope that answers your question. Thank you so much, everybody.
Well done, guys. Well done. Okay, all right. Okay. All right, presenting their coding app to grace the stage again is Team Cyberspace. Please give it, come on guys, please give it up for them.
Welcome, guys. Because we believe so much in the fourth industrial revolution, we're almost in every category. So Cyberspace is a software company that provides an app that has access to free internet and where you can go and learn your digital skills. So the problem is there is a lack of digital skills in the township, with over 34% of adults with school education or no school education saying that they haven't learned any new digital skills. 53% of the people are working remotely and will require tech reliable skills. 53% of people feel that they will lose their jobs in the next 10 years because of tech. So our solution is a website where people can go and learn how to write code, how to program. So this app has all kinds of programming languages, from web-based programming languages such as HTML, your CSS, and your JavaScripts, to more focused software development programming languages such as Java, your PHPs, and your C Sharps. So 77% of adults would love to learn new skills now or completely retain to improve their future employability. Practice your skills over time, unlock your digital potential. We want to empower individuals and businesses. So our business model, how are we going to make money? That's the million-dollar question. So we use cookies and data mining. So that's when the website gets attraction, when a lot of people come into the website, in this world, especially in this online world, attention is the new currency. Everyone wants your attention. So if there's 1,000 people going through that website, businesses are going to want to advertise on that website, and that's how we make our money. Like social media companies, they're able to give you Facebook or WhatsApp or TikTok for free, and they're also making money. So that's how they make their money. So that's also how we're going to be making our money. So our app is only able to be free because we're using data mining. Data mining is the process of mining data for the sole purpose of advertising. We believe in the fourth industrial revolution, and we think that there's going to be a lot of money there. Our mission is to end the digital divide in Africa, to organize the world's information to enable people and businesses throughout the world to realize their full potential. The market share, cyberspace e-learning market outlook. The Africa e-learning market outlook obtained a value of around $11 million in 2020. The industry is expected to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 36.5% between 2021 and 2026 to reach a value of about 155 million by 2026. Our marketing strategy, we're going to use social media, billboards, and direct sales. We're hoping to partner with other startups.
Beautiful. Judges, do your thing.
Is it done? Okay. In the community in which you work, right, and the problem statement referred to digitally literate. If you had to give me two main skills that you think is key to opening that door in the community in which you want to sell your product.
Online advertising, we think that's a skill that people should invest in. What else? Just learning how to code in general, because the world is moving more and more towards tech, and the future careers that are going to be there are going to require people that know how to code. So spaces like the automation of the automated vehicles and robotics, they're all going to require people who know how to code. Anybody else?
Hi, Team Cyberspace. So I'm interested in the methodology of your coding app, right? So a game that just came to my mind is Scratch, which is coding skills for 5-year-olds, so kids. And so how it works is it's gamified pretty much. So I want to know from your app, how you then, what is going to be so interesting about your methodology that is different, that is intuitive to your users?
You guys want to take this one? No. Okay, so we're different in the sense that we we allow different kinds of learning. So we know that there's people that can learn visually, other people can learn through audio. So yeah, we cater to all those kinds of people.
Beautiful, beautiful. These judges are making sure you earn your money with those tough questions. My God. All right. So guys, let's give it up for this round of pitches. So in the same category, we have I don't want to say surprise, but just bonus pitches. All right. So again, to make sure that you earn your money, we're going to call Tsepo to explain why do we have these bonus pitches. Tsepo is the program manager at Ingini. Tsepo Ngwenyama, everybody.
Thanks, David, and thank you everyone for the opportunity. As David said, my name is Tsepo. I am the programs and portfolio head for Ingini. And Ingini is an edtech accelerator and think tank, and we work with young African innovators who are working towards improving access to quality and relevant education. So in addition to supporting founders through this hackathon who are designing solutions to bridge the digital divide, we also supported founders who are taking it a step further and working towards improving access to quality and relevant education across South Africa. So the next pitches that you'll be hearing from today are some of the most promising startups that we've worked with through our programs, through our boot camps, whose core mission is to improve not only access to quality education, but also improving outcomes of those education solutions through technology and innovation. So coming up next, I'll let David sort of introduce upcoming startups to pitch the last sort of bonus pitches for the day. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Tsepo. So guys, I hope you're ready. I'm going to call, without wasting any time, Team Inogital. Inogital.
Thank you so much. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah. She's not showing anything. Let me just do it. Okay. Just check. Can you just press it? It's working. Check it. It's supposed to move this. There's something that's a position. Oh, it's not displaying it because
All right, guys, just a few technical issues. Krista, what do you think of this category so far, if I may ask you? I'm just interested to know what you think of the pitches and the energy, the eagerness. Do you find anything relevant?
Yeah, I think, I mean, it's great to see people trying to create solutions in particularly that are relevant to the township economies, to improve education. I am keen to see some more that are focused on digital literacy. I think we'll see if any of the bonus category guys are looking at that space. But yeah, there's a lot of exciting innovation out there, and I think the energy of the entrepreneurs is great. So well done so far, guys.
Well done, guys. Well done. Mr. Chido, I'm sure you're pretty proud of the township and where it's headed, you know, based on where we've been in the past. And how do you feel about the progress? You think we accelerating? Are we just too slow compared to the rest of the world?
Yeah, I know that. Maybe Ian wouldn't want me to speak right now at this point before the competition is closed.
Yeah, please
because
don't.
My task is lobby and advocacy always. Where there's, in one sentence, township and tech innovation.
Yeah.
These guys are all winners in my eyes. All of them are winners in my eyes. Obviously, I cannot mention the disconnect here is access to fiber in abundance in the townships as a first point. But there's a discussion we'll have probably after the competition that there's this issue of access that we must discuss. We'll invite Krista to go and start on Tech Edu. Tech Edu is going to become the biggest thing that we're going to have for townships to benefit to all this innovation in this room. Thank you very much.
Amazing, amazing. I have a very funny question for Matebe. Why is it that Telkom is loved and hated? Like, we angry, but we can't live without Telkom, you know? What's it with Telkom, really? How do you guys do that?
Okay, let's see. Let's do a bit of a poll. Who loves Telkom? Let's see by show of hands.
Everybody.
See, I'm not seeing any hate here.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the answer. All right,
That's
cool.
the answer.
I love the answer. I love the answer. Cool, guys. I'm sure the guys are ready now. All right, his tablet is a bit slow. Let's ask Absa. How you guys doing? Kelly, are you fine? Are you okay? Just ask that. That's all I'm asking.
I'm good. I'm strong. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm feeling inspired, to be honest. I think the amount of talent in this room and the passion and the energy has really left me going back to my team in Joburg to tell them, hey guys, you got to step it up.
Amazing. You heard it, guys. So, what are you doing to Andrew? Why is he not asking questions?
I guess this is my day job, so I sit most of my time sitting through these kinds of sessions with startups, listening to them present and talk through their ideas. So it's about listening as opposed to asking too many questions, for me.
You're very intimidating. if I had to, your silence.
Not at all.
Your silence
Not at
is
all.
loud.
Not at all. I mean, a lot of the solutions we've seen today are actually addressing things that we're trying to address at the bank, in the economy, in the informal economy. So it's very relatable, and so they're not far off.
You heard it, guys. You're not far off. Should we move on to the next team? So let's do that while he preps that. I'm glad I could get Andrew to speak. So okay, so guys, I'm gonna call Team Swift Learning, or is it Swift? Swift Learning. Just give it up for them. Swift Learning, everybody.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lisian Tsani. I'm the founder of Swift Learning Academy. Okay. It doesn't even move to the next.
There we go. Okay, cool.
Okay, just.
It's working out.
Okay, it's working out.
To the front, no, this is to the back, this is to the front.
Okay, sorry about that. Our company background. The Swift Learning Academy is an education-based technology company with a focus on supplementary learning support for grade 8 to 12 learners within public schools in South Africa and the SADC region. There's our company vision, mission, and values. Our vision is basically to give public school learners access to equitable classroom solutions and digital inclusion, participation to support their learning in line with the global education standards. Our problem statement: access to supplementary digital learning material and tools to improve effective learning, grades, sustainable self-learning, and skills development. Price and affordability is an important aspect for learners and parents seeking supplementary learning support and careers counseling. And the currently existing platforms, normally some of the users experience difficulty with payments. Meet Khosi. He's a 14-year-old learner from Guatemala in Tlakula High School. His dream is to become a software developer. He needs after-school supplementary learning support to improve his grades. Capacity and resources make this difficult. 3.9 million learners in Khosi is basically one of many learners in public high schools aspiring to get to matric and ultimately go to college. Why will consumers prefer our product? We have effective self-paced learning, parents' participation, vocational skills development, improved cognitive thinking skills, and general digital literacy within the fourth industrial revolution. Our learning mobile app will be preferred because of the value it will add based on its features that far surpasses our competitors at a fraction of the cost. Here's our solution. Swift Learning Academy is an after-school digital learning platform. It has CAPS curriculum, learning content, vocational skills development courses, and career counseling and learning information center. Our product overview is as follows. We have lesson notes, exercises and answers, pre-recorded learning material, mock exams, past papers, and graded assessments. Covered courses are mathematics, physical science, life science, geography, accounting, business studies, economics, and English, first and second language. Vocational courses include basics to coding, financial literacy, leadership skills, social entrepreneurship, mental health, and wellness. Has it done before? It has been done before. There's a number of notable companies that have existed within the tech space: Udemy, Get Smarter, Sakai, and Moodle. Our business model is based on a B2B2C. Our distribution channel being through the public schools that we'll be partnering with, and the customer being the learner. Our attraction to date includes the fact that we've had Ekurhuleni Department of Education giving us an indication that we can go to the schools and do our validated learning. We have 10 schools that have endorsed our product that is still under development, and we've sourced out curriculum content developers, the learning platform technical requirements, and the UI UX design. We also have a payment gateway agreement with Blue Label Telecoms to facilitate the voucher payment systems on our platform. We also have sourced production facilities to be able to produce whiteboard content and multimedia content for our lessons. On the team, it's myself, Lisia Ntsani, and Karabo Sibanyoni. Thank you.
Thank you. So I'm curious as to how you are differentiating yourself from those competitors you mentioned, and maybe also just to ask why or if you're developing your own content, if there is other content out there that's available.
What differentiates us basically from the rest of our competitors? I'll mention the notable competitors like Lightbulb, Watobi, and Siavula. They don't cover like comprehensive core courses for grade 8 to grade 12. They basically focus on mathematics and physical science, and the rest of the subjects that the students that we've basically liaised with through our validated learning when we're visiting the schools, that they don't only have challenges with mathematics and physical science, but they also have challenges with other core subjects, English included as well. And English is also like, in order for you to get to university, you need to get a good grade in English. And most of these currently available existing competitors, they exclude, they only focus normally on maths and physical science. In terms of our content, yes, there is already an existing content, learning content that is out there. However, there's a specific way that we decided to create our content using audiovisual material to ensure that learning becomes more fun and effective, as opposed to just having text based learning. That stimulates learners to be more engaged in their learning. Yes.
Thank you for your presentation. So in terms of how you create content, how does that work? Do you do it yourself? And is it already done? And if you were to do a new subject, how long would that take you?
Okay, we basically have freelancers that are curriculum content developers. This consists of like, it could be like professionals who have done, like, let's say for an example in mathematics, someone who specialized in BSc applied mathematics or computational and applied mathematics, and then they went further to do a PGC. So they are like specialist, they are specialist educators in their field, if I may put it that way. So we have a team of freelancers that we normally go to. Those are the ones who help us create our content. In terms of how far are we in our content creation, because we are working on a freelance basis, what we've been doing, I've been bootstrapping, like the funding of the business from my own pocket. So we have only done two in grade 12. We've only done physical science, life science, and mathematics. The rest of the grades, we haven't been able to do them because I'll need to pay the freelancers their money in order for them to deliver in the content material. However, pardon? It normally takes a period between like 4 to 6 weeks, because these are specialists. Like these people, they teach these courses at their various schools, so they are very like well versed when it comes to like creating content. And yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Beautiful, amazing. Thank you so much. I hope Team Inogital is ready. That's the last team. We had Team Rubber. They fell off because of load shedding. And we had Team Tutopile Center. We can't get hold of them, so let's see if we can have Team Inogital. Guys, I must say, if this was me, I was literally going to ask Ian if I can sleep here, to be the first person here to to collect the 2,000 Rand. And yeah, even if I don't pitch, I know, hey, pitching doesn't mean pitching. It means you pitched and you get it. Do anything for as long as the outcome is income. Guys, is there anyone who's not here for the money? Let's be honest. I know you say, hey, we want to change the world, make it a better place for me and for you and the little. But is there anyone who's not here for the money? Okay, please. All right, everyone is here for the money. I love it. Cool. And changing the world. Okay, I think we're going to split. Changing the world must come this side. The money people, so we just make our lives easy. Look, I mean, changing the world. I know, but somebody said changing the world is thirsty work. So I think you can change the world as long as you have enough water, right? So you don't really need money to change the world. You need people, the right people. Right? Are we ready? Give it up, guys.
Okay. Finally, it's happening. Yes. All right. So let's get started. Okay. Access to device, data, digitals, as well as digitally skilled educators remains impossible for many children that are in the township, as well as birds in the rural areas. According to a report from UNESCO, they estimated that about 1.6 billion children were sidelined from participating in education in the year 2020 due to the pandemic. Moreover, most schools could not allow learners to actually take textbooks home, simply because in the township and rural areas, that's where you have the highest prevalence of the shortage of textbooks. You know, the ratio of learner per textbook is discouragingly high. It goes to as up as one textbook being shared amongst 10 learners. Okay, so this is just a picture from the government's website of how many schools actually had access to remote learning during the pandemic. That still tells you that we still have a long way to freedom. In order to exist to address the digital divide, problem, and our vision is to drive digital transformations by means of innovation. This is how we are going to achieve it, simply by focusing on these three pillars: software, upskilling of educators, as well as hardware. We have already deployed about 100,000 Google Workspace accounts across the 8 provinces in South Africa, and we've also upskilled more than 5,000 educators. Now we want to do more by introducing Chromebooks in all the schools. The lady that you're seeing here is Nadine. She's a champion from a previous learner of Salt River High School further down there. We helped her build a computer lab at her former school. And from learning from what we did there, we are here, to now expand what we've already started there. And now our goal is to distribute 10,050 devices across South Africa. And our roadmap is basically what we're going to share in a moment. Now, what we want to distribute are actually devices that we call Chromebooks. They're easy to use, secure, education specific, and they provide learning continuity, and they are very, very cheap to distribute in schools. This is basically our roadmap. And of course, this is our model through which we're gonna deploy the 10,050 gadgets in over a space of time. That's our revenue, and that's our team right there with the board of directors as well as our asks. What we're asking for is 25,000 so that we can be able to distribute the 10,050 gadgets throughout the townships and rural schools in South Africa, as well as strategic partners, a partnership, and also hardware from. Thank you so much. Any questions?
I've got a question.
Yes, thank you.
What I'm interested to know is, fine, you would be distributing the devices, but I'm thinking more about the facilitators how are you planning to make sure that when the devices hit the schools, that the facilitators are able to use those devices and teach the kids on those?
Well, actually, these are not going to be used by facilitators, number one. We already have educators in schools. So our model focuses on equipping the educators. We've already done it by distributing 10,000 by setting up 100,000 accounts throughout schools. That simply meant that we already went to more than 160 schools across South Africa. We trained the teachers, so which means the teachers are well capable of doing it, and they are the same people that are going to teach, educate on how to use the devices. The devices are very simple. Simple as just eating an ice cream cone. So it's not going to be too complex. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So in terms of the devices, right? In fact, your revenue model, because you went so quickly. That revenue model, how does it work? And then, let's cover that first, and then I'll have one follow-up question.
Okay, so what we are planning to do, number one, we distribute second-hand devices, and also if a school has a big enough budget to accommodate new devices that are too cheap, we can go for that option. But this model here, it focuses on second-hand devices. We acquire second-hand devices, we transform them into Chromebooks, and then we distribute them into schools. So when we go to a school, we are distributing at least 15 computers per school, right? And they have about 6 months to pay. They pay only 7,500 per month for over a period of 6 months, and in each, by the time that they are done by the 6 months, they would have paid for all the computers. That is very cheap, very, very cheap. They would have paid 45,000. The last time that we built a computer lab with the lady that I showed there, Nadine, it costed us more than 200,000. So we've already cut the cost from 200,000 to 45,000.
Allow me. The follow-up question would then be, how do you get around the procurement from a public school perspective?
The procurement, number one, we're looking at, it's like corporates, they have devices that are now retired out of life, because I think, it's like it takes about 5 years for them before they can actually renew their computers. Number two, we also have a special person. She's actually not, she's based in that is German, as well as Netherlands. We are also partnering with universities there for her to bring, to purchase computers from students, and then they get shipped to us, and then we revamp them and push them in schools. Thank you so much.
Well done, guys. Oh, I wish we had some music. Show you my other skills. Okay, guys, give it up for this category one more time. They did well. And that is the end of all our pitches. Well done to everybody. We're going to move to another segment, the panel discussion. Panel discussion will be facilitated by CiTi's CEO, Ian Merrington. Ian, everybody, he's already here. And Ian will be joined by Fezeka Mavuso, who heads the Khayelitsha Bandwidth Ban. Many of you know her. And we'll be joined by Mr. Nditini Leontido from the KDF, as you already met him. Guys, you can prepare a few questions just in case we have time. And those that are online can also send questions in the comment section. We'll try to answer all the questions. All right, Ian, take it away.
Testing 1, 2. Yeah, great. Great, thanks, David. Yeah, David, just to go back to your earlier point on if you would qualify for part of the prize money, I think if there were style points, you might.
Thank you.
And about time. Cool. Welcome, everyone. I think we've seen some fantastic pitches today. Let's give another round of applause to everyone who's given it a go. The judges are busy adding, doing lots of maths and arithmetic. That's busy getting audited. But thought we'd just take a slightly deeper dive into why we're here. I think we've seen some fascinating statistics earlier. Someone put up a slide on the percentage of GDP that was coming from the informal economy. And I think we all recognize that economic growth in South Africa, and particularly employment, is not always going to come from the traditional sector, necessarily from big business or big corporate. It's going to come from really entrepreneurial development. So the informal sector is not an area we can afford to ignore.
And we're going to just delve a little bit further into how do we unlock that growth? How do we unlock that scale? What are the constraints? What are the pain points? And I think, thanks, Marix, for the prompt, looking into the camera. And I think for us, you know, recognizing the importance of it as an employment generator, as economic growth catalyst, it is important. I think all of us in the room here today are here because we are looking to find ways to grow that and to unlock those constraints. Fez, so perhaps starting with you, and you know, you've had so much direct line of sight of what's going on there. What are the biggest constraints? What can we do to unblock growth and scale of businesses that are finding themselves in the informal settlements?
Thank you. Is it on? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ian. As the person that is based in the township representing the Cape Innovation and Technology Initiative, we are a link between the communities and CiTi. One of the main challenges, I think what we need to do as South Africa is to have an intentional and coordinated efforts to grow those businesses. It has to be intentional because we want to make a change. It has to be intentional so that our resources are focused on what we want to achieve. We have the CiTi that is based in Khayelitsha Bandwidth Ban playing that role of coordinating and bringing together the corporate, bringing together all spheres of government into the townships. We must not just talk about township economy and township businesses or township entrepreneurs. We need to understand what are their needs. We need to understand what are their challenges. One of their main challenges is the infrastructure, where they operate from. So we need to have that first-hand information and that first-hand knowledge of what their needs are, and need bodies or organizations like CiTi, who have spent so much time and invested so much time in knowing and understanding our townships and supporting those entrepreneurs. They know what the challenges are. They know what they are struggling to achieve every day. So I think in knowing and understanding their needs, you need first to have that your aim must be to improve them. And you must have intentions. Resources must be directed there, specifically to grow their businesses.
Yes, that's great. That's great. Thank you. And Etienne, you're the voice of the community. You've also been, very closely involved with entrepreneurial development and representing the people of your area for a very long time. From your perspective, what are the core needs that they're asking for to unlock the potential and growth in their businesses?
Thank you so much, Ian. I think this first has covered most of the things that I would have really loved to share. But maybe on behalf of the people of Khayelitsha, as represented by the KDF, we must thank CiTi, what is it called, CiTi, because now Faith is here for the other CiTi, so there's CiTi with an I. maybe I must say the CiTi with an I, because many of young people in Khayelitsha, Ian, have first-hand experienced the bandwidth ban in Khayelitsha. For the very first time, innovators and people who have ideas have a space, just a desk and a desktop to operate from, just to broaden their thinking. And thank you very much for that opportunity, because there are people who've become business, fully fledged businesses through such initiatives. What is really required in a case of township development or of entrepreneurial development is a deliberate collaboration by all, both from business, government in all three spheres, and people like yourselves. And we really take serious participation by Eskom and Absa in these types of initiatives, because they first expose us as the first point, because ourselves as community leadership, I also represent the Broad Metro Development Forum, so I can dare speak on their behalf that all communities require ourselves as community leadership to create an environment that is allowing for these initiatives to happen. Because if we do not do that, business would not want to come to Khayelitsha or in such areas if we do not create an environment that is conducive for such to happen. For these innovators who are sitting here, whether somebody wins or do not win on this one, but the idea already is implanted in that community that there is a need for whatever that they were proposing here today. So our task, all of us' task, is to try and work deliberately in collaboration. Thank you very much. Ian.
That's great, Nutini. Thank you very much. First, so there's a very strong theme of collaboration coming through and everyone pulling in the same direction. From your perspective, and Nutini's spoken about the importance of physical space. Probably two questions. How do we scale that? So should we be creating more physical spaces like the Bandwidth Barn in Khayelitsha? And how do we loop partners in like Absa and Telkom and the City of Cape Town, City with a Y? How do we loop them in more effectively to grow and scale these initiatives?
I think the first thing is to build these active and live ecosystems within our townships. Because when we've got these ecosystems, we get to know who are the players first. So once we've got the players, and also we understand what are the drivers of the township economy in the townships, then we get to link the entrepreneurs to the corporate, to government departments and everything. That is what we need to do. As the Khayelitsha Bandwidth Barn, we've got a co-working space, but we've got entrepreneurs that were supporting that need office spaces now that have graduated from the co-working space. We do not have such in the townships. So we need to start to invest in building and developing office spaces for the businesses so that they don't have to go out of the township because their clients are in the township. And if they grow, they must move out of the township. The costs that are associated with that, they have to go and rent in upmarket places, and also the clients have to take transport to get to them for their services. But if we've got the corporate investing in the township, building those offices and creating industrial areas within the townships, that would mean that we are bringing all those services back to the communities.
No, that's fantastic, Fez. I think that's a very clear message for more hubs like Barn Khayelitsha for people to actually invest in those. And I think, Nutini, that goes to the heart of spatial planning and having a good spatial planning development collaboration with the City of Cape Town. And I think that is a great takeaway. I know we're busy, Fizeka, with that next white paper. And I think that hopefully some of these insights will come through which can inform policy making and decision making. Nutini, just an interesting question, something that always fascinates me. I know we speak very generically about the informal economy or the township economy, and when we look at South Africa as a whole, do you think there are very different geographic dynamics to what makes a township economy ecosystem work, or do you think it's relatively generic and ubiquitous, and whether it's an informal settlement in Khayelitsha or an informal settlement somewhere else in the country, do you think there's lots of localization and local dynamics or local cultures or local political dynamics that come into play? Or do you believe there's a relatively common set of problem statements and enablers that we could use to unlock it, such as physical space?
Thanks, Ian. There will always be different sets of challenges and opportunities for each community. I don't believe that an informal settlement in Khayelitsha as an informal settlement would have similar challenges and opportunities as Inanda or Soweto. Okay. I participated in one NDP project where we're sampling about 7 communities, one in the Eastern Cape and Deep Sloot against Khayelitsha. Then you look at issues of access and barriers to entry. from that perspective, and you find that these dynamics are really not the same from these communities.
Very interesting. That's fascinating. So localization is important. There's perhaps just chatting a little bit about, I know before we established Barn Culture, the one thing we were very determined to do was to build collaborations and build understanding and build empathy, and the KDF was key to that. Perhaps just to talk a little bit about that recipe of the kind of partnerships one needs to build if one's going to go into an informal sector or a township. What are the building blocks, and what did we do, and what did we do well, and who we reached out to? What did we perhaps not do well that we could have done better to build those partnerships with the local community? And what does it take to create credibility and to do that properly?
I think what is more important is when you go into any community, you do not come with solutions. You go there and do your research and do a situational analysis and talk to the people. All these there is a perception that the informal communities or the townships are not friendly to development, or they are not receptive to development. That is not true. What these communities do not want is for people to think for them and come up with solutions that they think is suitable for them. I think what we did right as CiTi is that we went there and looked at the conditions and also the environment, scanned the environment, and we were very interactive in what we're doing. Our stakeholder engagement was very aggressive in terms of involving the community and for them to understand what is our aims, what are our aims and objectives. Because if you do that, then you start your journey with the community. And that was our success recipe, that we went there. We wanted to grow the CiTi and have that reach within the townships. But when we got there, we understood the challenges, and we didn't bring technical solutions. We started with tech enablement. We changed the approach when we got to the township to tech enablement, so that we embrace everybody. We're inclusive in our approach. We embrace from the informal trader to an entrepreneur, to a web developer, an app developer. So in our approach, we're very inclusive, and we're taking each and every entrepreneur and look at the individual needs and then come up with programs that will support all of these entrepreneurs, whether they are in the tech space or not. If you are in the tech space, we would upgrade you to give them the support and bring them to Woodstock. If you were not in the tech space, we're looking at how do you integrate technology within your business. I think that has been our success recipe as CiTi.
No, that's fantastic. So maybe just from a KDF perspective, from the community's perspective, and have they been largely welcoming of the initiatives, and recognizing we were all on a learning curve, quite a steep learning curve. We've adapted and we've changed. And do you think there's room for us within the greater Khayelitsha to create another physical hub, as we've done with the Bandwidth Barn Khayelitsha?
Definitely, Ian, my answer is going to be that is going to be seriously needed. One example, Ian, is that I'm here for the second year, now of the Township Tech, not just as a token of representation, really, to number one, come and appreciate the work that you are doing there. Tabi is one of the winners who created the Khayelitsha. Yes. They still do not have space to work in Khayelitsha. We cannot falter yourselves for that. Other partners supposed to have kicked in to have helped them by now, for them to be able to have employed more people by now. One such glaring example, Ian, that I would mention as the chairperson of the KDF. Sometimes you sit here and see things happening and ask yourself very difficult questions. One, you've got CiTi, CIFA, and all these other government agencies present already in Khayelitsha. You ask yourself a question: how is it that they are not plugged into some of the achievements that you've been demonstrably putting out there? Maybe I don't want to bore you or to pardon your interview with those questions. I'm just thinking to myself, I'm thinking loudly. But some of these things are not going to be resolved by yourselves as CiTi. Some of these things you can do so much, but some other partners elsewhere should be able to come in and say, now that you've exposed them to tech and enabled tech here, then we're taking from here and moving forward. So these are the kinds of, that is why collaboration is going to be very, very critical. And yes, Ian, there will be times that Fez and myself do not see eye to eye from time to time about certain things. But at the end of the day, we just have to appreciate each other's contribution, because we must at all times make the community understand the role that the bandwidth band plays in Khayelitsha. And we're quite appreciative of the fact that now there are business people who've been created through that process. Some of them are standing out there on their own now and trying to do their things. So yes, there is a need for a physical space still.
No, that's fantastic, great insights. So we've had some fantastic insights, and I think particularly to our supporters and stakeholders and collaborators on this project, so Telkom, Absa, City of Cape Town, I think the message comes through very clear. There is a need. I think if one's going to engage in the informal economy as a sector, it's to go in without necessarily having all the answers and don't jump into solutions mode, but be there to discover and to be curious and to listen and then to collaborate. And I think, Natini, particularly from your side, what's come through quite strongly is the need for more physical space. So the role of a co-work space, I think we've got co-work spaces around every corner in the CBD, and the more urbanized part of the economy, but we don't have that in the township. So I think our ambition certainly is to find ways to scale the initiatives to we've got this wealth of learning and IP, and it hasn't come easy, and we've been on a pretty steep learning curve, but let's utilize it to go further, and I think to unblock more, particularly in your area, but let's go beyond Khayelitsha, let's go beyond the Western Cape. Are there any questions for the panelists? It's your chance to get some deep insights, perhaps from our stakeholders. Matebe, maybe Kelly, I don't know, on behalf of your organizations, anything you want to ask while you have them on the spot? Sure, thanks. Matebe, microphone incoming.
Yeah, I think I just want to thank you, all three of you, for just the time you've invested in the Khayelitsha space. The last time I was there, I was very inspired. And the one thing that I noted in my mind was how you've kept that facility almost identical in terms of access, resources, to all the rest of the other suburban, spaces. And I think that we need to think about how we really capacitate that, not just from a Khayelitsha perspective, but nationally, right? We need to really, really think about how we do that, think about a model to do that. And we'll definitely come alongside you and think about how we support that.
Fantastic, Sebi, that's wonderful. Thank you very much. Kelly, I don't know if you want to add anything or ask anything.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you for your insights. I think mine is more of a comment than a question. Just to say, like I mentioned earlier, we're doing a lot of work in trying to understand the township economy more, and I think the points around being there and understanding it is so important. We've done it to a degree in Diepsloot and Joburg, but for me, I'm taking an action in my mind to get my team here, get them, sitting with you guys, chatting to the people to really understand it, because that's how you really solve the real problems and put something that people actually need and actually use. Another insight that I don't know, it's left me with more questions than answers, is just around the question around infrastructure. And I think it was a really good reminder on what the real actual needs are. While we see opportunities, there are actually so many other things that need to be done there first. So that was just some really strong food for thought. I was thinking maybe we could send a tweet to Elon to maybe bring some Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi into Khayelitsha. Maybe, we'll see. It's worth a try. But thank you, everyone. Really appreciate it.
That's great. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for that. Chanel, perhaps just to close with the city. Obviously, I suppose the message there is, from a spatial planning and development perspective, you know, those physical spaces are so important. I mean, you've given us Lookout Hill. Just so everyone knows, you know, the city gives that to us rent-free. Thank you. It's great, appreciate. And if there's a way to look for more of those spaces that are perhaps underutilized that we could leverage, I think that's the message. Thank you for, you know, the enormous, you know, the city has been, I guess, the one key funder and supporter of that. I mean, for a lot of the time, you know, we have run Barn College on an absolute shoestring, and credit to the dedication of the staff that are there. And, you know, Fez, thank you. You've had to run it often as a one-person show, you know, and the support from the KDF and the community is what keeps us going. But I think we've got to, you know, from my perspective, hang in there, find a way to scale it, find a way to grow it, to leverage the insights that we've had, and to take it just so much further. I think there's so much opportunity to grow the segment of the community. So I look forward to becoming, you know, 10% of GDP, not 6% of GDP. So thank you, everyone. Thanks, David. Over to you. Thanks.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Ian.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Ian. Appreciate it. I think I'm gonna ask Sis Fezega to stay with me. Beautiful couch. I hope you guys are snapping pictures of her. Okay, so guys, we've reached the end of the program, and I just want to also say I'm very proud of everyone, even the guys that are on Zoom. You guys did well. So we're going to see who the winners are today. But as someone said, just by arriving and presenting your solution, you are already a winner. All right. Many people are just complacent and thinking the world will change by you just saying things need to change. You need to actually take action, go out there, meet people, and I hope you guys can network and get to know each other, you know. Who knows, maybe an Amazon type of company can rise out of you guys just talking, you know. So are we ready? Cool. So can I please have Chanel Dunn join me on stage with Fezeka to present the winner for category 1. So I'm going to present the runner-up first and then the winner. Okay. We don't have music, so how do we do this? Drum roll? Okay, drum roll. Oh, yes. So the runner-up for the first category, do I need to say the category? Open innovation. The runner-up is Tech Ninjas. Give it up for Tech Ninjas. Make it to the stage. Oh, yes. Congratulations, guys. Amazing. That's your prize. Do we have any pictures? Let's pose. Alrighty. Just 1 second. Tell us how you feel about being a run-up and being here today.
Okay. I'm feeling very grateful and I'm so excited. The things. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, cool. And drum roll, guys, please. The energy. And the winner. Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to say the winner, then drum. Okay, apparently. All right, so apparently I've said enough for the day, and it was a pleasure. Over to Fezeka.
Thank you very much, David. I think at this stage we are going to call upon the winner for category 1. That is Open Innovation at the 2022 Township Tech Hackathon. And they are young innovators.
So I'm not saying anything. Ndihambe.
Please.
Okay.
Ugqibile ya.
Ndiqhubile.
Uzawuphindisa kubiza xa siphinde saqhubeka.
Uziphethe izinto ke awunithi le nto le. Okay.
Is the runner up for this one?
The runner up for Ilespini Safari Zoom is online.
Okay.
Repeat.
Yes. Yes. Fast.
The next category, please call the funder that needs to join.
Yeah, we need to call the fund. All right, guys. So for the next category, I'm gonna ask Andrew to please join me. Where's Andrew? What are you doing to Andrew? Oh my word. Okay, cool.
The runner-up for category 2, fintech and e-commerce, is Team Safaris. Safaris.
All right, so Safari is online. So Safari is online, and I wish they could just they're joining in. We just see their faces and just see them smiling. We just need smiles. You're taking pictures, so we need smiles, right? That's not them. Moses! Yeah, his name is Moses, actually. Not Moses. Moses!
Moses, you are the runner-ups for category 2.
Great, thank you.
Well done, Safari. And our winner for category 2 is Team Basket.
Tell us your feelings.
I'm feeling excited. Thank you to all the judges and the participants. Thank you very much. But again, thank you, Telkom. Thank you. Yeah, I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling happy. Yeah, I just came also. I came to share the network and all the whatever I know with you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you. And for the third category, can we please ask Matebe to join us on stage? Matebe from Telkom.
Okay, for category 3, EdTech Innovation, the runner-up is Team E-Rank.
All right, you're going to have to say it again. Guys, whoever thought you could win money by participating online? COVID, has benefits.
Okay, so that's fine. Let's just congratulate her again.
Okay. Yes. And the winner for category 3, technology innovation, is Intanzi.
All right.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for giving us time to pitch our idea, and we hope to make it a success, and with your help, of course. Thank you so much.
Okay, don't go away.
The bonus pitch, category 4, EdTech Innovation. The runner-up is Swift Learning. And the winner.
Let him say something.
Thank you guys. I came all the way from Gauteng in Johannesburg to come and participate. Thank you.
Well done, bro.
And the winner for category 4 is in Ogdal.
All right. I just want to say thank you so much. This, we don't take it for granted. It means a lot to us. It's probably the first time that we're winning an award like this as a company. So we're very, very grateful. And congratulations to everybody who has made it this far. You know, like I wasn't perhaps looking forward to winning anything, but being here alone would have been enough. So with that, I'm so grateful.
Well done, bro.
Throughout this morning, we've listened to the young entrepreneurs doing their best, pitching their business ideas. And out of the group, we had to choose the best.
My bad. My bad. Please, Chanel, would you mind joining us for this one? Thank you. My bad.
Okay. Thank you, Chanel. And the best pitch of the day goes to the young innovators.
Danko is thank you.
Say it.
Danko is thank you, right? Danko.
Okay, cool.
Thank you, David. Over to you now.
Well done to all the teams that won. And we'd like to thank everybody for participating. And by just being here, present, and pitching, each team will get 2,000.
Oh yeah, that's money right there. Can think of a lot of things I can buy with 2,000 rands. Sports scene. All right, guys, thank you so much. Thank you to the judges. Thank you to the sponsors, the funders. Thank you to you young, amazing, promising people. They can't even hear me. They're looking at that envelope. There is no money in there. I promise you. All right. So I'm going to call CEO Ian Merrington to do a prayer for us as we close. Amen.
David, man about town, thank you. I think the biggest thanks today certainly goes to all of you, the competitors. What a show. Thank you very, very much. I think heartfelt solutions, we believe in local solutions to local problems. I think you've embodied it. You've embodied the spirit of what this is all about. To the organizers, Marik's, Yaj, team, David, thank you very much. Really, really smooth, brilliant. I think what I'd like to see, seeing this is our second year, for our third year, that we bigger, that we better, that we fly everyone in, no Zoom. We're going to have a bigger budget. Everyone's going to, I know Telkom are very keen to ramp up their support. So our Absa, Kelly, thank you. We look forward to covering some of those airfares and looking forward to blowing everyone away. But I think this is just so worthwhile. It really, really, really is. I think gives everyone something to aim for. It's a showcase. We can see the brilliant talent out there. We can see the output and the results of all the stuff that we do, all the initiatives, all the support. And I think that's brilliant. And I think it's been such a heartfelt spirit of competition amongst everyone, and look forward to creating more solutions to the challenges we face and building the informal economy. Thank you, everyone. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you so much, Ian. Guys, just give it up for Lungi. She did well. And she looks stunning. Lungi Swa. Okay, so guys, you can go ahead and enjoy some food that we prepared. It's already smelling good. And there's drinks and water and no alcohol, unfortunately. So, yeah. We done. Thank you. Enjoy your day. Some music there. I'm a piano nyana. I kept telling him bye. I said bye, dude. Woo.